Morning everyone, and this is another video on 11 plus maths, and this is about our 10-a-day series, and this is sheet 8. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of questions on this. Question number 1, it says Shreya folds a square piece of paper in half to make a rectangle. So I've got a square piece of paper in my hand. Okay, so square piece of paper in my hand, I'm going to fold it to make a rectangle. Fold it into half to make a rectangle. So that's how you make a rectangle out of it, right? You can say this now, thank you. And what happens? It says the area of the rectangle is 32 centimeters squared. Again, it says what's the area of perimeter of the original square, guys. If this is 32, if this whole area is 32, the other half is also 32. Okay, this is 2 equal halves. What does that tell you? That area of the original square is 32 plus 32, which is 64 centimeters squared. And you know how do you work out area of a square? It's the side times side. A square has both the sides equal to each other. So if that's 64, so each side would be 64's square root, which is 8 centimeter. And the question asks you to work out the perimeter of the original square. So the answer would be 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. It is 32 centimeters, and which was option A in the paper. Okay, thank you. So we're doing question number 2 now, people. Similar, it is says we fold a square in half to make a rectangle. So fold a square, take this piece of paper in half to make a rectangle, and the perimeter is 30. This is a good one now, guys. This is a real good one. Have a look carefully. If this is the original square, and let's say this height is, this is length and that's width. Length and width here are equal. Once you make a rectangle out of it, what happens, guys? The width becomes half of the length. So this is length and half. And the perimeter is 30. So I'm looking for two numbers where one is half of the other. Add to give me 15, because half of the perimeter is 15. So length plus half of length is equal to 15. And obviously, I'm not looking for you to do algebra in this paper. Just think about the two numbers. So if you start, let's say this is 6 and width is 3 in this case, that totals to give you 9. It's not good enough. Okay, try again. 8 and 4, that gives you 12, and that's not good enough as well. 10 and 5 are the numbers which we get, which gives me 15 when you add them. Okay, so this could be 10 and that could be 5 for the rectangle. What does that mean, people? The first square, it could be 10 and 10. And we have to find origin area, which will be 100 centimeters squared, and which is option D for this question. Okay, so now we're looking to do, so looking at type 2 now, and type 2 is fairly straightforward. We've been doing these questions quite a lot for this 11 plus thing, guys. Let's do question number 6 in type 2. It says one angle of a triangle is 48 degrees. So 48 degrees is one angle. One of the other two angles is 5 times the other. So the other two angles which are leftovers, one of them is 5 times the other. That means the ratio is 1:5 for the other. And what is the total of these two angles? Okay, total of these two angles is 180. Take away 48, that gives you 132. Okay, so this total is 132. So 132 to be divided into ratio 1:5. Because this is the total, we need to work out the total for the ratios as well, which is 6. So 132 divided by 6 gives you 21, I guess. 22, yeah. So times both of them by 22. which is 22, and times by 22 is 110. And the question asks you, these are the three angles now. Question asks you, what's the difference between the largest and the smallest? So 112 take away 110, take away 22. The answer is 88 degrees. And 88 degrees in this question, question number 6, it is part C. Okay, so now we're going to be doing type 3 of this, which is a reverse percentage. Let me just share that with you again to show you what these questions are. Okay. And I'm going to do question number 3 of this. It says trust tuition increases salaries of its teachers by 12%. So what happens if it was 100% before, now it's become 112%. Okay. And Mr. S earns £560 per week now. So £560 is the new salary, which is 112%. And we're going to work out the salary before. And guys, there are a couple of methods to work this out. And the method which I would like to use is this. Very important, pay attention. If you're finding this price or any value before the percentage change, you'll be dividing. So you're looking for 560, divide by something. And divide by what? The percentage equal to this 112, which is 1.12. Right, people, so how do we work that one out now? This is, look carefully. You say to yourself, can I do 560 times it by 100 and 112? Because if you times this by 100, get rid of decimal. Now, very important, people, you need to do what you need to try to look for cancelling in fractions. Can we divide this by 2? And the answer is yes. And divide this by 2 as well. The moment you do this, guys, you can see it very clearly. There's a connection there. And calculations were not going to be very, very hard. 56 goes into 56 once. 56 goes into 560 10 times. So 10 times 50, the answer is £500. Okay, so we do question number 2 now, guys. Let me share that again with you. Question number 2, what does that say? So you quickly have a look. Part 2, it says Arch Shoes reduces the price by 20%. So if they were 100% before this increase, now it is 80% because it's reduced this time. Okay, the new price Malvika paid was £60, and we're going to work out the price which was before the sale. Once again, so we're looking to divide something, 60 by something, and divide by what? The percentage equivalent to this, which is 0.8. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what you're doing in this. Times this by 10, so times this by 10. That gives you 600, okay, divided by 8. So I hope you can divide this. 8 goes into 67 times 56, remainder 4. 8 goes into 45 times. The answer is £75. Okay, the answer to this question is £75. Right, so guys, we're moving on. We're now doing type 4, the money and coins. And question number 1, it says Isa had £2 made up of 20p and 10p coins. He has twice as many 20p coins as 10p coins. And once again, you can be systematic, do trial and error rather than ratio, whatever, guys, whatever works. I think trial and error in these kind of questions will work great. So you got £2. Let me just stop sharing. Okay, it's got £2 made up of 20p and 10p coins, and twice as many 20p as 10p. So there are 20p. This is 10p, and that's total money. Okay, if I have two 20p coins, one 10p coin, that makes it 40p, and that's 50p. Not good enough, but I know it's 50, okay? And what do I do, guys? How many 50p's make £2? Answer is 4. So I times both of them by 4. Let's see if that works. So I've got 8 20p coins and 4 10p coins. Let's see how much money do I make. That makes it £1.60 and 40. Add them together, £2. So that's £5. Let's do another one here then, guys. Okay, £2 made part 2 of 20p and 5p coins. So 20p and 5p coins this time. It says it's got 5 more 5p coins than 20p coins. Okay, so if 20p coins is 1, 5p coins will be 6, and the total money would be 20 at 30, 50p at the end. Does make sense? But this time I cannot times it because coins do not go up and down in the same ratio. Guys, ratio is only used when the comparison is done about multiplication. How many times? Twice as many. So here I have to work it out, people. I have to go and work out trial and error. That's why I picked up this question here. Okay, 50p is way off, right? So let's try. I have 5 20p coins. So I should have 5 plus 5, 10 50p coins. Let's see how much money do we make. That's £1. And this is 50p. This is £1.50. I haven't reached where I want to, but I'm getting closer. Okay, so if I have, let's say, just picking up 8 20p coins, so £1.60, and 8 plus 5, 13 5p coins, that is 65, and that gives me £2.25. I've actually crossed it. People, what I know for sure now, my 20p coins are between 5 and 8. Okay, let's try 6 20p coins. Makes it £1.20. 6 plus 5, 11. That makes it 55. So that is £1.75. So 6 doesn't work, but we're getting closer. Okay, so what are we doing now, guys? Next one, 7 20p coins make it £1.40. 7 plus 5, 12 5p coins make it 60p. And hooray, we got the final answer, guys. This is what it is. So how many 5p coins we have? 12 is the answer. Well, guys, hope it works. So we'll be coming up with more. And obviously, if you need worksheet to practice more questions like this, you can get in touch with us. Thank you very much. Bye.